Hi, Precious. Thank you for giving me your number. See, let me tell you. I told my husband that I don't want to go to school again because I know what I suffered the last time. I don't want to go to school again. But he was like, no, let's go to the UK. Let's go to the UK. I told him, let me get something doing here in Nigeria. Open me a business. I want to do a business. I know that my head is not strong for book, but I can do business because I know I'm very street smart. I can do business. That he should help me open something. But because everybody is going to UK, he said he wants to go to UK. See, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm pregnant. That's why I'm sounding like this. I'm very tired. We got to the UK. That's how this man impregnated me. So, you know before now that my head cannot carry book. I've not even reached UK. You impregnated me. Share is with the pregnancy that I'll use and be reading book. You are complaining that I failed and that you wish you married your ex. Please, as we are going back to Nigeria like this, he should go back and marry that his ex because I'm not doing again. Like, okay, you come and do the studying. Let me do the working. He said, no, I should study. You're seeing all the time that I'm paying people to do assignments for me. You cannot help me and do the assignments since you're claiming that you are smart. Precious, I've been seeing hell in this, my marriage. I've been suffering. That's how he talks to me anyhow. He makes me feel very worthless. It's not everybody that is intelligent. It's not everybody that will go to school and do well. Some people just want to do other things. Me, I know I can do other things. I can do business. But with the way it is now, but I'm not even interested in this marriage again. Once we get back, I just want to just rest. I'm not doing it again. I cannot do this marriage again. Once we get back to Nigeria, he should go back and marry his ex. I know I'm going to come back to the UK, but I'm not coming back again as a student. I'm going to come back to come and work. I will come on my own. But you see this marriage, I'm not doing again. It's over. I know he will listen to it. Anything he likes, let him do. The good thing is that he cannot beat me in this country. In Nigeria, I know what I used to see in his hand. But here, he cannot beat me. So anything he wants to do, let him do. I'm ready for him.
So, I listened to that tape and I think it is very, very painful to see someone go through that kind of pain. Now, this lady has to go through 4 kinds of stress at least. Number 1, she's pregnant and that's a stress on its own. Number 2, she failed her exams. That's a stress on its own. Number 3, she has to go back to Nigeria with her family, which is very, very bad. It's like going back to Egypt. It's sad. The number 4, which I think in my opinion is the worst, is that her last point of succor becomes a thorn on her flesh. It's very, very bad, very sad. You cannot fail exam and have your husband insult you to that extent. It is wrong. It cannot be justified in any way. Now the thing he said he wished he had married his ex. That is a wrong thing to say, but I don't know if you are listening to me or anybody that is listening to me that you are in this kind of situation. It is very common for people to think like that. Very, very common. I do not have the statistics, but I can say that more than 80% of new couple wished they had married their ex, especially when they had some good time with that ex. These are the things you say when you are in your formative years of your marriage. You start to think maybe you have made a mistake. So it's not just your husband that is saying it. People say it. Men and women say it. I've heard it countless of times. So the problem with it now is that he said it out. It is the most childish thing any man can say. You don't say things like that, not even to a friend, much more the person, your wife. It is wrong. However, life must go on. If you, as the woman, you knew that talking to this lady that brought this thing out, you knew that she was going to take it out to the public, and you said all these things, you are being childish. A lot of people on the internet do not care about your marriage. Whether you fail, whether you succeed, it's not their business. They are not so interested in your well-being. So coming out to maybe you want to defend yourself or something, at the end of the day, it doesn't work. The more people get to know your problem, especially marital problems, the harder it is to solve. So don't be quick to go out, you want to defend yourself. There's nothing wrong with failing exams. Someone that is pregnant, and she told you before time that she doesn't have the brain for this, and you forced her to go and write exam, and she failed, and you are not insulting her that she's dull. Man, that's not part of the bro code. You disappointed manhood. You don't say things like that. Not to your wife, not to anybody. She said she was not ready. She doesn't want to go back to school. You forced her. It's wrong. But you have to move forward. From the way she spoke, I do not think that marriage is up to 5 years. I might be wrong. And we cannot judge from one person's perspective. So what she said might not be correct, but the way she said it, you will know that this person is very, very genuine. This person that said this thing, this woman, she's a genuine person. She did not sugarcoat her delivery. So I want to believe her because of that she was saying the truth. Because of the way she said it, not just what she said. The way she said it matters a lot. And it's very, very bad. I think the man needs to regret it, needs to repent from it, and he needs to beg his wife to forgive him for that humiliation. And it is very important that you see a counselor, two of you, because there's no better marriage out there. We should not be too quick to dissolve marriage because we are angry. No, there's not a wise thing to do. Then she mentioned something about beating indirectly. She didn't say the man beats her, but that's the impression she wants to give out. She needs to make sure that she's saying the truth, because that is one thing people say when they want to garner favor, or when they want to get people to be on their side. You want to castigate the other person, say the other person does this and does that. If he doesn't beat you, don't say he beats you. And if he has been beating you back in Nigeria, you should have separated for long ago. Nobody should tolerate physical abuse. Even when somebody is being physical against properties, destroying things at home, is enough to leave the house. It's enough for separation. Not until the person hits you. If the person hits the TV, hits the door, those are violent actions that should not be tolerated in a relationship. Not talk of beating you physically. It is wrong. So you should have separated long ago and seek for counseling, not divorce. So I think you guys should think about this thing very well. Going back to Nigeria is not the end of the world. I could see from his reaction and your reaction that people are under pressure. You are not so hungry that you cannot feed yourself, but the pressure of life is getting into you guys. What people will say is part of the reason why people are doing all this drama. It's not necessary. People don't care so much about you. Don't put your life outside for people to start talking about your family. It takes two for a marriage to work. And the man should take the lead. I wonder who you told that thing that brought it out. Who did you tell that your wife failed exam and your wife is dull? Shouldn't say things like that. And you, the wife, not supposed to go out and start explaining to people who do not care. You are even happy. You are telling her thank you that she gave you a number. That means she's not even a friend. And she came out to get traffic with your family issues. People should stop this thing. When we say go to church, people don't want to go to church. You should have people in your life that you can report to. Especially people in church. It doesn't need to be your pastor. There are elders in the church who their marriages are working. They can advise you on what to do. Then you go out to one stranger and be telling stranger your life story. Make it a Twitter issue. That's not it. Check them now. Most of them are not married, and you want them to come and tell you how to live your life. When you get to this kind of point in your marriage, remember your wedding day. Remember the good times. Remember the dreams you shared together. You know that it's not the will of God for the marriage to end like this. So why are you giving up? It's not a bed of roses. You know that. We all know that. You're supposed to fight for your marriage. When violence is involved, you separate until the person comes to his or her senses. Can be a man, can be a woman that is being violent in the relationship. But that can be addressed. So my advice for you people is to seek counseling. If he's beating you, separate from him. And you said you are going to go back to UK, which means when he was insisting that you people should go to UK, he was correct. He saw what you did not see. That was why I was insisting. But he shouldn't have put the body on you. But you could see that he was right. Now you said you will go back to UK, but you will go alone. That is not it. Is there somebody that you want to go and meet? No, you have seen that UK is good, but you don't want to go with your husband anymore. And it was one that dragged you to go and see what is there. That is not it. Let your marriage work. Work on it. It is going to be more difficult now that it's in the public. But it is your marriage. It can work. If he's not violent, it can work. If he's ready to change, if he's violent and he's violent and he wants to change, he's ready to change, the others will see to it that he has changed, that you go back to him. Divorce is not worth it. Don't let those people on Twitter, social media deceive you. It's not worth it. You can work on your marriage. If your marriage is less than 5 years, you don't know each other yet. It's not like you will know each other till you die. But after 5 years, you know that there are some things you can look out, you can ignore. It's not all battle you fight in the marriage. Not everything you react to. Not everything you say. Sometimes you just keep quiet. And it takes a level of maturity, maybe like after 4 or 5 years of the marriage. So if you are just fighting now every day, it is part of the process. It's because of too much expectation. That is why after 2 years of marriage, you want to break up. It is wrong. Work on your marriage. It is sad that you failed your exams. You can also do it again. Your husband can try this time. Work as a team. Can two work together? I said they be agreed. The answer is no. You have to work together. Let it work. I wish you all the best.